a drop. Of course, my old friends. What's up?
Nothing much. What are you looking forward to tonight?
I'm looking forward to... First of all, I'm looking forward to getting my script, which I haven't gotten yet. I'm going to present Jamie Kennedy with an award. And I got to see what my script is going to be. I'm not that nervous about it, but what if they make me say something stupid that I don't want to say? Then I want to change it. So I'm looking forward to the script.
How do you get a job as a paranormal investigator? How does it start?
You know, I started investigating throughout the other area with a group called 3 a.m. Paranormal. They held casting auditions looking for the right bilingual Latino paranormal investigator. You know, who knows what he's doing, that is respectful, and of course is bilingual Spanish. And I was invited to come out to cast, interviewed, and luckily I'm here.
I'm really excited about the Alice Cooper maze and the Rob Zombie maze. See, to me, what I love about it is, you know, here tonight, it's horror and rock and roll. It's shock and roll. Because, you know, heavy metal is to music what horror films are to the films. It's sort of like the rebellious, you know, genre. Exactly. And just like, you know, heavy metal is sort of a fuck you to music, you know, horror movies, Chillerama, it's sort of a fuck you to regular movies.
It's gonna freak some people out, just like rock and roll, but then they'll dig it.
Horror movies are punk rock, and Chillerama is pretty punk rock. So it's really cool to be here where you can get a maze where you have Alice Cooper and Rob Zombie being a part of it.
Your dad also has a maze here. Have you been in it yet?
No, they're making me go through without telling me anything the first time, and I'm living in terror that I'm going to be that girl that peels out the back door and was like, it was great, I really loved it. I'm just crying, you know what I mean?
That's why you should be nervous about the presentation, because that's their revenge if it doesn't go well.
Exactly, yeah. If the whole haunted house thing doesn't work out, I'm going to crucify him on that podium.
I heard there's a Rob Zombie maze, so I'm looking forward to that. Yeah, and I'm actually looking forward to seeing my friends tonight because Rob Zombie's here, Rainn Wilson is here, Adam Green, Adam Rifkin, Tim Sullivan, like a bunch of my good friends from way back are here all together at one time, and it's pretty cool. It's the thing that kind of, you know, called me to do it.
What maze are you looking forward to?
I'm looking forward to all of them. I mean, because I know everybody, so I don't want to hurt anybody's feelings. You know, what do they have tonight? What are the 4 that they have?
Well, there's the Thing maze. There's a Hostel maze.
Okay. Well, then, of course, I love Eli Roth. You know, what do you say? And the Thing, I can't wait to see it. I heard they used all CGI, which is too bad. I shouldn't bitch it, though, should I?
What are you looking forward to seeing? Maze-wise.
Maze-wise, the Thing.
The Thing maze.
Yes. It's about time. Well, I mean, unfortunately, though, that maze.
I hope Kurt Russell's in it. Just saying. He was really hot in that movie.
You hope he just lives in the maze now?
I just hope he's in there somewhere. Or somebody that looks just like him, because that would be amazing. He was one of my first crushes when I was a kid. Sorry, I'm just letting you know.
I kind of look like... No, I don't.
No, not even close.
I mean, I'm sure the maze is really for the new thing that's coming out. But I'm just going to pretend it's for the John Carpenter one.
Yeah, we'll just pretend.
Yeah, and it'll be really fun.
You should be finding the Universal people and demanding a Chillerama maze.
Yeah. Well, how about Psycho 2? I wrote Psycho 2, and I kicked it all off again. I was the one that built the house down there on the Universal lot and got the motel down there. And that was the beginning of what became one of their big attractions up here.
And what's going to be coming up for you guys?
Well, we got this really cool movie called Chillerama, as we mentioned, which is we just had the premiere at the Hollywood Forever Cemetery, and it's 4 movies in one. It takes place at a drive-in. There's 4 movies playing, and 4 different directors, myself, Adam Green, Joe Lynch, Adam Rifkin, and each one of us has done a tribute to a genre of horror movies, so you kind of get a lot of bang for your buck. And our episode...
No, it's like the value pack for the horror film. I mean, you get everything, a little bit of taste of everything. It's a fantastic, hilarious film. Ton of fun to watch with your friends. It's a kind of movie you want to get like everybody you know and the people that are overly religious that you don't like to come to, just so you can freak them out.
Yeah. So tell me about the makeup for The Thing. You're mimicking a film from almost 30 years ago. Things have changed a lot since then. Where do you begin to find the balance?
Well, it's a real trick because we're big fans of the original film, right? What John Carpenter did and what Rob Bottin did in 1982, even today is a tough act to follow. And in that we're practical effects guys, right? We show up on set with our puppets and our animatronics and makeup. We don't do digital stuff. And the filmmakers all wanted to go into this in the language of practical effects. And as did the fans. The fans wanted us to do it all practical. So it was a great opportunity. And along with that opportunity comes the responsibility of not messing up because we're big fans of what Rob was able to achieve.
How does the crossover between the film and the maze work?
Well, the creatures that we designed for the film are obviously the inspiration for the maze, as are the sets and the environments. So the idea is that you're actually walking through the film. So it's all of our original molds were used to create the creatures. But we're interested tonight to see it as well, because we're very familiar with what we did for the film, but to see it live and operating and in recreations of sets for us is going to be a new experience as well.
We're very excited that the thing's coming out. Can you tell me a little about your character?
Yes, I play Juliette. She's a French geologist working at the Norwegian base with the Norwegian boys.
Had you seen the original? Were you a fan of the original?
I saw John Carpenter's film when I started working on the thing, and I instantly became a fan. I was so impressed by the special effects that were all done by hand. It was so innovative and ahead of its time. And that's something that we really wanted to respect in our prequel, which is great.
I mean, I was thinking about how times have changed since '82 when Carpenter and Bottin were teamed up. And as an example of how things have changed, it's a Universal film in 1982 that John Carpenter decides he's going to bring a 21-year-old kid in to mastermind all these effects that the movie hinges on. And the studio was like, okay, it sounds cool. I know that's a simplification, but it's a very different world that we live in now. In terms of the way films are made. But hopefully we are, as practical effects artists, we're soon going to be doing some projects that kind of celebrate the practical effects a little bit more.
This is looking pretty fantastic.
Yeah, quite a turnout tonight. It's like all of horror is here. I'm turning around and going, Derek Mears, Jason, great to see you. Tyler Main, Michael Myers, Rob Zombie, Captain Spaulding. Everywhere you turn, you run into people from this community.
Can you talk about how it's changed since it started?
It's bigger. It's a lot bigger. I mean, when I brought Halloween Horror Nights back with my art director, production designer, Chris Williams, he's my right-hand man on Horror Nights. We do everything together from the original concept to training the actors. And, we started out in 2006. It was a little baby step to get back in the business. And now we have more mazes than ever before. Now we're working with all these great filmmakers and collaborating, in some cases with my childhood hero, like Alice Cooper, which, in the 70s, I had giant posters of Alice on my wall. I got kicked out of junior high for wearing an Alice Cooper t-shirt. Now to be collaborating with him all these years later is just something I never imagined would ever happen in life. It's pretty darn cool.